What's up, guys? Welcome to the second P.D.S Podcast. This is going to be for the week of August 7th, 2020. I'm here with Nick and Joe again, same as last time. Remember, we are pre-recording these because Nick will be traveling for work during the mid of this month. He won't be back till September. Joe has some gaming news for us, so we're going to go ahead and start off with him. I'm going to go ahead and shoot over to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Evan. Okay, in last week's podcast, we lightly touched on the new Xbox Live, what's going to happen and whatnot. I have a little bit more information, so I'm just going to say that I know now that the 12 and 6 month Xbox Live has been, I guess, taken away, and you can only purchase the 1 and 3 months for now. By the time this podcast comes out, I mean, it could be a little bit different. I don't know everything, but from what they're saying, the full Xbox Live Gold is going to be taken away, and it is going to end up being free. But as soon as we have more information, then I'll obviously come back to this. So, all right, what else we got, guys? I think
So
that's
I
all
have
I
a
got
question.
now.
So why are they doing only the month and the 3 month? Like that's
You know what? They didn't tell us that much in this article, I feel like, but it doesn't quite make that much sense. What do you think,
Yeah.
Evan? Do you have any more knowledge on that?
I believe, from what I've been reading, the reason why they're doing that is they are pushing Game Pass, like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
They're trying to get everyone. I think Xbox really wants a lot of people to be on their Game Pass service by the time the release of the new system. Because I mean, why not? You know, it's a little bit more money. I mean, we're paying what, like $10 a month essentially, unless you buy it in the bundle for the year.
Yeah.
A couple bucks more a month, and you get, like I said, all the games. And I know Xbox has officially said that when they release their new games for the Series X, all of those new games, they're going to be on Game Pass on their release. So we'll see how that goes. It might not be on there for too much longer than, what we have now. Like GTA was on there for like a month and it was taken down. I can't see them keeping
I know
it.
those bastards.
Yeah.
I
can't
didn't
see
pay
them
for the
keeping it.
game.
I had to actually buy the game. Dang it.
Yeah, sorry, you had to pay a whole $20 for GTA 5.
Hey, Walmart raised their price to
Because of
25.
yeah.
I was upset.
Oh no.
I
I got it for $19.99. Sorry, so.
I didn't.
But I can't see them keeping, like, when Halo Infinite drops, I can't see them keeping that on Game Pass for longer than a month because I feel like they'd be losing way too much money on that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
When
sure.
you could sell a game for $60 versus free, no brainer.
I think that's another interesting thing that I was reading. Halo Infinite, obviously, everyone loves Halo. I don't know if this is the path all games are going to head towards. The story mode itself, obviously, you have to pay for that game. But they're kind of going in a Warzone path where if you just want the multiplayer, they're saying multiplayer will be free for everyone.
That'd be kind of cool. Because this last Modern Warfare, that didn't have a story mode.
It did. Black Ops was
it
one
did.
that didn't have a story mode.
I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I keep
I didn't
telling you
know
to play the story mode because that's how you unlock your operators.
I had that
But
issue
like,
too.
I don't need operators. I'll be Warzone's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it seems like a lot of games are going towards that kind of path of if you want the story mode, you're going to pay for it. If you don't want the story mode, enjoy
That's
playing
free.
it. Which
That's
I
nice.
see good and bad. Obviously, being someone who enjoys the story modes, who enjoys the single player portion of things, maybe we'll be losing out on that. Because I know, like Black Ops 4, it took me a while to get it. Usually I'm getting the new Call of Duties the week they come out. Didn't buy Black Ops 4 until I think Nick got it, just because I wasn't a fan of the whole, it's literally just a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I enjoyed
So it was fun, and I know a lot of people who like the Call of Duty franchise will probably say down in the comments like, "Oh, it did have a story mode," which it did, but you kind of unlock the story mode through the operators. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that took the operator videos and they're like, "Oh, this is the entire Black Ops 4 story mode." Okay, I still would rather play through the story mode, not just watch a video of it.
Yeah.
That's true. So,
I mean-
I don't know. There's some games where I do enjoy the story mode. We were playing the Ghost Recon for a while. I enjoyed that. That was actually really cool. The story mode is really fun. But there's other games where I'm just like, you know what, this story mode kind of sucks. You know, like, I'm not really about this, you know?
I don't know about you guys. I think we should definitely probably do a playthrough of Ghost Recon. Now that
Yeah,
we have
possibly
the
download
gaming
it,
channel
yeah.
up. Yeah, we can do a playthrough on whatever difficulty.
Yeah.
I know.
Because, I mean, that was like 900, gigabytes worth of stuff, so I deleted it because I have the little Xbox.
A lot of space.
It was, but I didn't hear great things about Breakpoint, which was the one after Wildlands.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think Breakpoint was kind of I guess it's like, no pun intended, but it was the breaking point for Ubisoft because they released 2 Ghost Recon games back to back. Everyone, the comments were, oh, well, Ghost Recon Wildlands technically isn't even finished yet. There's a lot of glitches in it. You're going to go ahead and release Breakpoint. So they kind of ditched Breakpoint halfway through and were like, well, let's go back to Wildlands and finish that game. So now Wildlands is like an actual completed game, and Breakpoint was kind of just like,
kind of like still beta, like
essentially,
it's okay, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of gaming development stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we have to go back and play. Like we have to, we got to re-download Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
2.
Yep, I already have that.
We gotta redo Red Dead because that was a fun game. I mean,
And I
granted,
didn't really play
majority
it,
of the time we'd fuck around and we would just go hunting and stuff like that. But it's
I mean, but
already hear
that'll still be fun. I feel like so.
Yeah.
I can already hear Nick's internet crying over there with how much he's gonna have to download.
Having to download stuff? Yeah, my internet's sobbing like a little child right now.
When you leave.
Me, on the other hand, I bought the extender, so now I have like a total of 82 games on my Xbox.
I think I have 15.
I thought I had a lot, and I have like 40 games. So
I have 15,
my Xbox.
So
my Xbox overheats a lot more than it used to.
Well,
it's unfortunate. But,
well, yeah, sure. Like you have 80 fucking games on there, you know.
I mean, hey,
so much.
They're fun.
No,
Hey.
I have those. I have those 2 externals, but I still feel like they're not big enough. I think one of them's a 500 gig and the other one's a terabyte. But still, like I feel like I'm not getting as much as you guys, and it's pissing me off. I don't know why.
I got 2 terabytes, and it's perfect for me. So.
Yeah, I need. Yeah. Well, yeah, I have 2 terabytes too because I have the 500 and the 500.
Yeah.
And then
I have 2.5 technically then.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
but no, I feel like it's not enough. Like I don't have enough.
See, and that's the thing. I know one of the selling points for me on the Xbox One X is they're like, oh, you have a terabyte of, memory, which up until I think the One X, they weren't doing terabyte. Like that was the only terabyte console you could get.
Yeah.
And, in my head, I was like, oh, that's great. But what I'm slowly starting to realize is the more memory they add to games, the bigger the game files are going to be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And they're going to get all those, like Modern Warfare, giant downloads. Bam. Like, here's all.
I turn on, I start downloading the night before, and then I go to work, and then I come back, and the bitch is at 40%.
And then next week we can play it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. My internet fucking sucks out here. So I even try. Well, I even tried to get a new router, but like I have DSL, and it just no one makes DSL routers anymore. Like I don't know much about
all that new router too.
But no one makes DSL anymore, and it's like pissing me off.
I don't know that I've ever had a DSL router.
No one's had a DSL router. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
If you don't live in the middle of fucking nowhere, no one has a DSL router. Like DSL is through the phone line. Like, no.
But at least you have internet. You could just not have internet, and then none of this would be possible.
I kind of live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, but I have internet, so that is a plus.
I will say with what?
Can I? Yeah, go. No, good.
Yeah, go.
All right. I did see that there is a new game, Dirt 5, coming out at what is this? October, but it's coming out for the new Xbox. So what does that mean there? Does that mean that we're gonna be getting that in October? Is that?
I've been seeing a lot of games like that, like Halo Infinite's release date. It's scheduled to come out for November, and a lot of these. It's a hit and a miss, I want to say.
I would say because these are specific games that are going to that specific Xbox. So, is that how that's going to work?
Yes, but at the same time, Xbox has also announced, like I've been telling you guys, which is why I'm really looking forward to the next Xbox. It's not going to be like, if I have the Series X, I can't play with you guys anymore. Xbox is kind of turning all their systems into like a whole. So that release date, I'm going to say I would assume the Series X will be out by that time.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite is set to come out more towards November. The official word on the Series X is holiday 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Thanksgiving's a holiday.
Yeah.
So it's Halloween. So
Thanksgiving is a holiday.
Yeah. So
Halloween's not a fucking Halloween's not a holiday. Halloween's
this
not a
year,
holiday.
technically, I mean,
You can't go outside, Corona. You can't go outside.
Okay, fine then. Technically, Halloween starts the Thanksgiving season, though.
The end of it, yeah, pretty much. And if you ask our sister, the end of Thanksgiving starts Christmas. A fucking parent.
starts Christmas. Yeah.
I mean, Carrie Underwood's releasing a new Christmas album in September, so I guess Christmas is just coming earlier this year. I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
It's Carrie Underwood. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Fair.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Joe, I do think that is a very good possibility that we will be seeing the Series X by October.
And so what? This game's gonna be only for the Xbox Series X, because this is saying that it's a specific Xbox Series X game. So does that mean that we, as a what are we? The Xbox like One S or whatever, like we can't play this game because that won't be coming out for our systems, right?
So I think
so.
From what Xbox has said, I know it sounds like it's only going to come out for Xbox Series X, but Xbox has also recently released a statement saying that they will have no exclusives for the One X for at least a year or two. Actually, I think it was more like upwards of 3 or 4 years. So I think first release Xbox Series X.
Yeah. Like it'll just come out on Series X first.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, "Hey, here you go, Xbox One users." You know, I swear to God, Xbox needs to get better at naming their stuff. I love them, but we had the Xbox, and we had the 360, then we had the One, and now we're at the Series X. I mean,
that's exactly what I was just thinking, because I was like, wait, what do I have compared to what the new one? Oh, jeez.
If you have an actual gaming console, I'm going to be getting a trash can or a table.
That's pretty much what it is. It's just a giant box. It looks like a fucking trash can.
It is a big old box. So
I mean, compared to PlayStation 2 thing, which looks like a fucking router, like not too bad.
I think
I need a new router. Does it work as a router? Because I need a new router.
I do need a new router as well.
I think the best thing about the PlayStation was, I guess a lot of people were talking crap on the design, saying it was a router. I don't know if you guys have seen the PlayStation design, but it's like a thing, and then it's got the white, on the side. Apparently,
it's a fucking router.
You can remove the white part of it, so that extra part you can remove it, and I think it just makes it look even more like a router, or like a Spectrum box. Yeah. They released
just a cable box chilling in there.
They released images of it, like, oh, look it. For those of you saying it looks like a router, you can do this to it, and I'm like, you did nothing for that design.
You still fucked it up.
More like
you still fucked it up. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I've never really been a PlayStation guy before. Like we owned one, so we owned the
PlayStation
2.
The PlayStation 2, yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up buying a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 from a buddy of mine for like $100, and then I ended up trading I used it like once, and then I ended up like trading for my current Xbox with him, which is like a 1-for-1 fucking swap. Like, here you go. All right, cool. And then I got my Xbox for like $100. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's funny, and I wish we could take a poll with people. Me and a couple of buddies. I think it might have been you guys who were talking about it. I personally feel like people who own iPhones tend to go with Xboxes, and people who own Androids tend to go with Sony PlayStations. I don't know. It's just, I feel like that's the route they go in.
Unfortunately, it actually seems kind of right, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I would like to take a poll. That'd be kind of cool. So if you guys are, all right, cool. If you guys are watching this, this, say what phone you have, and then say what gaming system you have, whether it be PlayStation, Xbox, PC.
That's true.
So I would like to see that. If you guys have Android, tell me what you have. If you guys have iPhone, tell me what you have. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and for the PC Master Race people out there, I can connect my Xbox to my Mac. So what's up? Don't at me.
Don't at me. It's okay. First of all it is screen mirroring. Okay, all that is screen mirroring. You're still using your controller. I tried it once. Tried it once with the whole mouse thing. I hated it. It was so like weird. I couldn't get used to it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Little guest appearance there.
Little guest appearance by the dog. Like, oh, is this room taken? Oh, sorry.
No, it was Ashley's dad.
That's funny.
All right. Anyways, let's go back to
Nick,
it.
you got anything for us?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're gonna be doing obviously a lot of hunting this year. Dove season is gonna be starting here. I said it last video, September 1. I'm gonna be out there day 1. Hopefully, if work does not interfere with that, day 1 I will be sitting out.
I'm gonna try and be out there on
the
same day as you out here. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Can we get hunting licenses
September
in that amount of time?
Dude, it takes like 20 minutes.
I mean, I can get mine because I already have my hunter's education thing done. But like once you get yours done,
you have to go,
it'll be done in no time.
Go do that.
Yeah, but like that'll be quick.
Let me know where I can do that.
Yeah.
Bass Pro?
We're probably gonna end up going to Bass Pro.
Shameless plug.
Sounds good.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
No, we did ours when I was like 10,
Yeah, we did it.
and you were like 14, and we did them, and like we put like a deposit down, and then
That's like $30
when we
or
finished the
something.
course, we got like a gift card back, so it was like free.
Yeah.
It was really dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm looking forward to all those videos. I want to make this statement right here and now. When this video comes out on the 7th, I know we promised we were going to try to get uploading on some gaming content. Recently found out our capture cards will not be working for us, so we're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. So it might be another month or so until we actually start producing gaming content. However, we are planning on releasing gaming news content at least once a week for the time being until we can get back on that capture game. I believe the only person right now that can actually make their capture card work is Nick, and he's going to be gone for a month, so we're not going to be able to get that content.
Unfortunately, yes. That's the unfortunate news of that.
I think what we might try to do, we might put a link in the description below. Start following us on Twitch. Maybe we can start doing some live streams on Twitch, just for the time being. Because although we can't edit and record that content, you're just going to have to watch us lose a bunch of times. And every now and then we'll get that dub.
Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of losses.
I was going to say, you're not going to see too many dubs, but okay.
Yeah, me and Joe and maybe a couple of his friends are going to be doing some quads on Warzone, which, by the way, that will be some of the funniest content I think you'll see if we can get those specific people on there.
Yeah, we got some people in there.
Mr. Bush.
Yeah. We got bush campers. We got snipers. We got a little bit of everything. We got rockets. We got it all.
I love the rocket launcher in that game. But we also have, there's one guy in particular that plays with us. He doesn't play a lot, but somehow he manages to find the same bush every game, and he sits in that bush. Don't know how
I've never actually played with him. I would really I need to play with him because I've never played with him before.
You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah. And also look into it. I think there's a way to put our live streams from Twitch onto YouTube. Maybe we can go that route for you.
Yeah, I think there is. Obviously,
anyone out there,
we're newbies, so we don't know, but
yeah, anyone out there who maybe is a little more seasoned in the gaming content world, tech savvy. If you have any pointers for us, please send them our way.
Yeah, this is kind of a new thing for us, so
hey, we're gonna do our best.
We're gonna try.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure it out.
We're definitely gonna try.
Yeah, I've been practicing a lot on Call of Duty. I still suck, so we're gonna figure it out eventually. We're gonna figure it out.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, most of my best games, I don't think I'm actually paying attention to what I'm doing, and then it comes down to like, oh look, we're the last team, and Nick's telling me to shut up.
Shut up, Evan. Shut up, Evan.
That does happen a lot.
Look at that. It's us and one other team. Shut up, Evan. Shut up, Evan.
Unfortunately. You got anything else for us, bud? Either one of you?
I'm really excited. I actually went today. I went today to 4 different stores to find a kayak. And apparently, the entire state of Colorado is just, sold out of kayaks, which I'm pretty upset about. Because I wanted to buy a kayak today and I was gonna go try and fly fish a lake tomorrow, I don't think that's gonna happen because like it's apparently the entire fucking state over here doesn't have any kayaks. Like so, no, I don't have anything because there's no kayaks, there's no boats, there's no nothing in this state apparently.
That's too bad. We have like 2 kayaks in the garage. So
Oh, gee,
darn.
and they're mine. Thanks.
I know they are. I'm trying to think of more gaming news. I mean, there's not more that I really want to talk about right at this moment. We got any more just stuff we want to talk about right now?
I mean, how do you guys feel? I know obviously you're not going to be like me right away jumping on that Xbox bandwagon. You guys think you'll eventually end up with the Series X? Do you think if Xbox stays true to their word that you don't have to upgrade, do you think you might just stick with your ones?
If I don't ever have to upgrade, yeah, there's a chance that I might stick with it because I was like, I don't have any issues with it.
Yeah, mine works fine.
And whatnot. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I will say Xbox is kind of taking a very, very big leap on this. Kind of being like, we don't want to have to force them to upgrade because I feel like that's where most of their money would come from.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's an ego thing. Maybe they sold enough Xboxes this past year and they're just like, wait, we don't need to push it. But I don't know if they'll end up biting them in the butt or not.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't make people buy your next console every time, it's gonna make them want to stay with your company. Like it's gonna make me want to stay with Xbox versus like, you know what? I could go fucking play PlayStation and I could buy a 3 and still play with these dudes on the 5.
Yeah, that is one big difference I've heard about the PlayStation versus the Xbox is PlayStation straight out said we're not going to allow – they're not going to have backwards compatibility. So all your PS4 games you can't play on the 5. And they've also said, like, you're not going to be able to play with your PS4 friends. So
like right now we're playing with a friend of ours, Cohen, and he has PlayStation. So if he got the 5 – we wouldn't be able to play with him for compatible games.
I don't know how that one's going to work because that's more cross-platform because we're Xbox, they're PlayStation.
Yeah, I was going to say I feel like that wouldn't make much of a difference for us.
I feel like as long as PlayStation and Xbox keep up the cross-platform and Xbox stays true to the whole, like me and you guys can play because you guys have the 1 and I have the X, I don't see them taking away your guys' cross-platform playability just because you guys still have the 1.
Yeah,
just because we still have, Xbox, still Microsoft. So
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fair.
I do think that they should start doing cross-platform for a lot more games. Like, I think Siege would be awesome. PC players, no, fuck you guys, right? You guys' accuracy is too ridiculous, all right? But for PlayStation, I think that would be really cool if we had like Siege because we play a lot of Siege together, and if we had Siege that was cross-platform, that would be awesome. We could do a lot more content with friends of ours who
with other friends, yeah.
Speaking of Siege, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. They released it was a while ago, so it's not anything new. The next Siege game that's gonna come out on next gen consoles. I don't know how I feel about it. It's looks like they're kind of going the whole zombie survival route. I know. I don't know if it was this last year or the year before that. During Halloween, they had that whole special mission thing where you could select certain operators and like you had to fight off swarms and swarms of zombie like creatures. That pretty much all it was just zombies. But it sounds like they're going to be making a full game out of it with all the operators.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel
Obviously,
about that.
we had Call of Duty, and they had zombies, and it was fun. But that's not something that I'm like, you know what? I want to go buy again and re-download this Xbox and play.
Especially with Siege operators. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't see Twitch doing a whole lot against zombies.
I can see Buck doing a pretty good job, though. So.
Not particularly grenades.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a shotgun underneath, your rifle, it kind of helps.
Yeah, there it is.
Well.
As far as going back to gaming, I know we don't have a whole lot of outdoor content for today, unfortunately. Just not a whole lot to put out there. Have you researched anything really going up with the new season that's about to start on Warzone?
I've
5 or
seen a
4
lot of
days?
different things. Yeah, it comes out. I believe it's Wednesday. Well, actually, sorry, that'd be Wednesday of last week because this video is coming out on the 7th.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it's coming out on the 5th, and the news from what I've seen, I watch a lot of different just streamers and stuff, and like they're all putting out little hints here and there, and from the like little like snippets that I've seen, it looks like they're gonna blow up Quarry, and but I don't know if they're gonna replace it. I don't know what like Fully's gonna go on, but
Quarry was kind of a shitty
and
drop anyways.
he, yeah, I was never a big fan of Corey anyway, so like
What do you mean
that
by blow up
didn't
Corey?
bother me. I saw
So like it's there and then it's
video,
not going to be there.
yeah, I saw a video.
Nuke. Just like
There's
it's
some
like a
bombs.
miniature nuke town.
No, they're like
That'd be
multiple
dope.
bombs going, and just like boom, it's gone.
Really?
I don't know if it's gonna be a big crater in the map. If they're gonna replace it completely, they'll probably replace it. Yeah, like
I mean, that would be a cool map if
Yes,
they blow it up and it's like, oh, you can hide behind like pieces of metal or something that was there.
yeah, that would be kind of
It's-
cool.
It's
But
just a burned hole in the fucking ground.
I'm going to throw this
That's
out.
true.
If this happens to reach any of the Call of Duty developers, if you are going to do something like that, fix your damn walls. I know airports walls don't work right now. If I hide behind a
there are
wall, I don't
good
want to get
walls
shot.
that
I don't want to get snipped.
I don't want to get snipped
Oh.
from behind a wall, so fix your damn walls.
And one of the other things I've also heard is there's going to be a actual like moving running train through the map,
Yes, I've heard that.
which would be nice. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool to be able to hop on and off and whatnot.
So what I'm hearing is me and Evan and Joe could, live our fantasies of being hobos, chasing a train and jumping on.
It's
That's
funny. You hear
exactly what I
that.
was-
What I hear is we're going to have a compilation video of how many times we get ran over by that
Yeah,
damn
right.
train trying to jump on it.
Trying to, I was thinking
Yeah,
trying to
no.
run in front of it real
No,
quick,
that's
but
that's gonna
like,
happen.
I mean, that too. That too.
I like
you could
that
try
idea.
to outrun a train in a car, in a slow
Exactly.
car, like the LMTV. That'd be cool.
Oh
That'd be
no,
dope.
that
While I
that's something
blare the
we can
horn. Next favorite thing for me to do.
And then there's also news of stadium opening. Obviously, that's been
Ooh,
news for
yes.
a while. We're all
That'll
hoping
be
that it's
interesting.
like for sure thing, and I'm excited to see
That'd
that.
be cool. It's gonna open up a whole like. I wonder how they're gonna do it though. If they're gonna do it kind of like a crater, like where a prison is, where it's just like stadium seat all the way up,
Yeah.
and you have boxes randomly, and people just
I'm
start
afraid
sniping each
it-
other from across stadium.
I'm
and,
afraid it's going to be too, I don't know, like cluttered, like what are you going to do? Run between the seats? Are you going to run like
yeah.
on the field, like through the hallways? Like
When it
I
opens
don't
up,
know.
it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah,
what I was thinking-
everybody's gonna drop there.
It's kind of like what Joe said. A lot of the trailers for the new season involve a lot of explosions and bombs and whatnot. So I'm just wondering if maybe they collapse the roof of stadium in and open up the doors, and maybe the debris in the stadium kind of will provide cover for you.
Yeah, you have to say there was somebody that was talking about like speculations of maybe they're gonna like drop a bomb on it and kind of blow it open. Like that makes
That'd
sense.
be
So there will not be a roof anymore that I could land on with the helicopter.
I don't think. I mean, I
mean,
don't
how
know
many-
for sure. Obviously.
How many times have we been after a most wanted or like a bounty target, and they just sit their happy asses up on top of stadium, and we just can't touch them?
And I don't have a helicopter, and I can't,
Yeah,
cluster strike maybe, but
maybe.
That is true.
I actually have
Maybe.
seen quite a few people get kills like that. They just aim it at stadium, and they're just like, "Here you go,
Yeah.
have fun, enjoy,
like
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone up there.
Oh,
Let's
I'm
go. I'm just aiming for the helicopter. Have fun.
have fun." Yeah, God.
But other than that,
Um,
I don't think I've really seen too much. I mean, we don't know anything like for sure. We just know kind of like speculations here and there.
Mhm.
But I'm excited to see it and find out.
I'm gonna throw this out there just because I know we do play a lot of Ubisoft games. I think the main games we play like Ubisoft and we play Call of Duty, obviously, because like Siege and Ghost Recon is Ubisoft. Ubisoft released a gameplay trailer. It's not for an actual Xbox or console game; it's for a mobile game, which I thought was kind of interesting that they released it. It was a little animated, so maybe it's not meant to be taken too seriously. But in the trailer, it had like Caveira, it had the main bad guy from Ghost Recon Wildlands, the cartel leader. And it had, from other games, it had like the guy from Splinter Cell and a bunch of other operators from Siege. And they were kind of all working together and just fighting a main enemy. So I don't know. I know Ubisoft has a lot of Easter eggs in their video games. Like Far Cry New Dawn, I heard there was a mission. It was either that or it was in The Division, where you find like the suit for Splinter Cell in there. So I know they have been trying to connect their games somewhat in the series. So I don't know if maybe this is them trying to be like, hey, we might come out with more games that, you know, intertwine with each other, which I would not be against at all, because that would just be fun.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, I think when you do like it's not crossplay, but if you do like the interaction between the two different games, I think that's cool. Like I know I played a lot of Splinter Cell on PlayStation 2, and I loved it. I thought it was really fun. So I think if you kind of mix games, you know, if I see a Siege character in a different game, like I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want to play this. This is awesome. Oh yeah. Like, oh, let me get Ash because that's my girl.
Yeah.
Let me get Ash.
That's true.
Nick playing his Ash in Wildlands, thinking that she's gonna operate.
Oh, what? What's up? That would be awesome.
One interesting crossover.
I was able to get like certain characters at one time in
yeah, I know you could get like Frost and Bud, because
Yeah.
they did a crossover in Wildlands where it was the Rainbow Six team kind of like was there. That was fun. It wasn't every operator, but it was a good
No,
one.
yeah, some of them, yeah. Some.
They also have a couple of Assassin's Creed skins in that game. And unfortunately, we don't work there, so it could have just been for fun, like fun nods at them. And I know for sure they have confirmed that the Siege universe and the Ghost Recon universe take place in the same world, I guess. So,
okay,
there's that.
Yeah, I want to talk about for gaming, right? We just talked about Siege. I want to talk about the new house. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate the new house. It is god awful.
You know how much I paid to get my house revamped? Like, I paid a lot of money for that, and people are just in there destroying walls all the time and planting bombs and
I
hostages in there.
fucking hate the new house. It's awful.
Constantly getting
I
my house
figure out anything. Like,
yeah. I was gonna say they like did get in there and renovate it, but I feel like they didn't do enough for it to be like better than what it was before. It looks nicer.
They took out the main door. That main entrance, that was gone. I don't know why they did that. And I
don't like the fact that I can't sit on the outside on like that little gazebo thing, like on the peak of that roof, and I would ash that little back window, and I would shoot through it because a lot of times, you know, the bomb or the hostage was in there, and I hate that I can't do that anymore.
I also feel like they kind of took away the fall damage that they had in Siege, because I think it was either me and Joe or me and Nick were playing a while ago. And we were like getting ready going through the windows, and these guys are just jumping off the second story windows and just shotgunning us, and they'd run back inside. And I'm like,
I think that was me and you, yeah.
Okay. I was like, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so we don't break ankles in this game. Like, at least give that operator like a
used to be one of the realistic games
run a little
that I've ever played, and I loved it because it was so realistic. But now it's like, well, if I have all that gear on and I jump out a second floor window, I'm gonna fuck my shit up. Like I'm gonna fuck my shit up.
There is still fall damage for when you're the one that's like going into the house, because we were just playing the other day, and like the guy that like fell right at the end, and I was like, really? That's how you lose the game? Mm-hmm. You just fall off the roof?
It's gonna fall.
So
I give up on
that. Like, so then there is like half fall damage at least.
Right. Yeah, I think games are changing for the worst at some points, because it seems like a lot of developers, you complain about something enough. I've said it, I don't know how many times, you complain about something enough, they end up switching it in favor of those complaining. Perfect example is Joe. He always plays as Buck. People complained that Buck was too good of an operator because he could throw grenades, had a shotgun attachment, and a machine gun, which, yes, it was a little overpowered. But, I mean, you just kind of dealt with it. We dealt with it for how many years playing Siege, and suddenly just because someone complained about it, it's like, oh, bye.
You're like, all right.
No.
We're going to give you stuns instead. And you're like, all right, well, I'm still powerful, but I'm not, like, as powerful.
As powerful. Unfortunately.
What else? What other games are we going to try to play on this on the gaming network?
I feel like we talked about it a lot in our first episode, but I mean, it's going to be a lot of that same stuff. A lot of the Apex to Realm to Warzone to, and like even Warzone, I'd say we're going to play some um like like hardcore like games too. So like we're going to go into the multiplayer and into Warzone, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes the most
100%.
sense.
I mean,
So,
also, I know at least on my part of things, I've already told you guys I'm big on the stories, so I'll
Yeah.
probably do a couple gameplay walkthroughs essentially. Your story modes, be like, hey, in case you are one of those free to play players that just don't know the Warzone part and you're wondering what's the story mode like. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have done the videos on the walkthroughs of it. I'm still gonna put them out there. Everyone's playthrough
Different
is a little
perspectives,
different.
different tactics,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I like to
sure.
challenge myself a lot, so you will see me die a lot on that because I tend to play on the hardest difficulty just for shits and giggles.
I mean,
One
it's
of those
more
people-
fun when you're running in there. It's a lot more fun, I think. Versus like,
I-
hey, I'm gonna stay back here and I'm just gonna shoot you
Yeah,
from
that's
fucking
super easy.
300, 400 meters away.
Yeah.
I remember when I first started doing that, I replayed the Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign, and I was like, let's play this on like the hardest difficulty. This will be fun. First instance, like I run out there, get shot once, I'm dead. I'm like, well, that could have gone better.
That's a fun game. We need to play that again. We need to do a walkthrough of that game because that by far is the best Call of Duty game I've ever played.
Modern Warfare 2?
Mhm.
I will say
Hands down,
it is.
my favorite.
I'm always torn between that and Modern Warfare, the original,
The original. Okay.
because they both had their
Yeah.
they both had their high points.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I agree.
no Russian was one of the biggest things for Modern Warfare 2. That was
100%.
I think that actually was banned in quite a few countries because of.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100% it was.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, fuck, you're going into an airport and you're slaughtering people, and you're the
Yeah.
good guy. Like that's
You're the
that's
good
kind of
guy.
big.
I just want to say now that our FBI agent is listening to us, we are simply talking about a video game. Nick is not actually talking about any real life events.
No, I'm I'm banned from the Denver airport right now, so we're good.
Oh,
COVID.
that's good. That's good.
COVID, not banned. COVID.
I was gonna say
But-
that's not right. That's funny.
No, that by far I think is my favorite game. My favorite game in general, campaign wise, like that is by far my favorite game I've ever played.
And
Hands down.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't remember because I wasn't big on DLC back when those games first came out. So maybe I could be wrong, and there were a lot of guns that came out in DLC. I just remember DLC was mainly maps. And if you wanted more maps, get the DLC. You didn't get new guns or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
think that's
Obviously,
what
the
it was back then.
operators are more of a modern thing. But like, part of the fun of story mode was you kind of got a glimpse of what guns you can get in multiplayer playing through. It was like, oh wow, this would be really dope to use against my friends. And it was just like, oh, guess what? You can unlock it. Just work for it, and you'll unlock it at rank 20.
That's
and
true.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so we got to plan some kind of fishing or hunting trip for when I get back, because I would
Okay.
love to do something with all of you guys in one location. Either I can go back to California. Obviously, my parents live there, so I want to go visit. But if I go to
Assuming
California, it's
COVID's
easier
lightened
that I can-
up. That
Well,
Yeah.
even during COVID, like you could fish. I mean, what's the most
Yeah.
purest form
No,
of
sorry, I meant
self-isolation
if
is?
COVID hasn't lightened up, because I mean, once it starts lightening up, I know things are going to kind of start going back to normal.
Yeah,
It might be a
everybody's
little
gonna
harder to get content out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still going to push for the weekly release for content, but I'm sure, as every other YouTuber out there knows and every other content maker knows, unless this is your full-time job, which it's not for us yet because we're not being monetized, we're not being sponsored. You gotta pay the bills somehow. So
Yeah, and that's the
you gotta pay
unfortunate
the bills to get new capture cards, get new mics, because these mics work great for us, but I would love to get higher quality ones. And just bigger things. We want to aim for bigger things.
Yep. No, that's for damn sure.
Agree,
But we need to do something together, because obviously we have never done anything together yet. We've
Yeah.
obviously done these, but I'm sitting in this state, you guys are sitting in that state, so
Yeah,
but we need
mean,
to do
granted-
something together, and I would love to
Granted, we
travel
haven't
to
made content
California.
doing it, but we definitely went shooting together multiple times. Like,
I mean, we have.
prom, for instance, when I almost blew my damn hand off. That was
a good one. You know what? Eventually, we're gonna have to find that clip. I'll go through my phone.
See if we can upload it.
Because he's trying to shoot a revolver. Just
no,
like
I had a revolver, and I had a 38 special, and I had a kind of cowboy action 22 with a cigar in my mouth. Did not anticipate the kickback of the 38. Burnt my damn hand on the cigar. When it came back down and I shot, I felt the wind of that bullet go right past my hand. And I was like, "Oh, that would have been bad."
Yeah, he's pretty. We've got so many stories that we can talk about. I mean, this could go on for hours. We want to make this one a little bit shorter because an hour 40 was our last one. Like that's pretty long.
First one, yeah. But it was a lot of us. By the way, is anyone timing this?
No, I'm not. Oh. No, I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're probably at 7 hours right now. Like,
who knows how far we into this?
I wouldn't say we're that far into it.
Let's see if I can see when. Go back here a little bit.
But no, we have so many stories that we could talk about. I mean, for instance, there was a time where Evan, drove his truck off of an off ramp going like 80 miles an hour.
No. Nick drove
tires
straight off his truck.
We're
close to an hour, by the way.
But I was gonna say
Nick drove my truck off of an off ramp.
It's ridiculous.
In my defense, though, I bet him. I was like, "Oh, bet you won't do it doing 80," not thinking he would take me literally. And this asshole does it. Tire pops off.
Do it for Dale, son.
Do it for Dale, I guess. We're just lucky that we were going on the off ramp, going up and not going down, because that I think would have been way worse.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
According to my time, I think we've been on for a little bit longer because I'm not saying that we restarted, but when we restarted, that was at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Was that 3 o'clock?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup.
No,
that's
actually, oh yeah, it was okay.
We're good.
Oh, I thought. All right, we're good. Never mind.
We're good. You guys want to talk about some current news? Well, not current news, but some news that I recently heard about not that long ago.
Yeah. Sure. What do you got?
On the good old Facebook. You know how Facebook is.
Hey, that's my source of news. So go ahead.
Going to the Black Lives Matter movement. Apparently, there's a Black Lives Matter activist who was at a rally, and he said that white people need to pay for all the injustices done to black people. He said that we need to suck it up and we need to carve them out their own little state and make it their own country. And he said if the U.S. doesn't do that, then they're just going to go and take Texas. I personally would love to see someone try to take Texas.
Yeah, that's a lot of guns and a lot of ammunition.
It's not going to happen.
And it's not going to happen.
Nobody can take Texas. Like,
I think
they
theoretically, if there was one state in the United States of America who is self-sustainable, it is the state of Texas, 100%.
Yeah,
easily.
It's no longer the most Republican state, but it is still the most sustainable state on its own.
Sustainable, 100%. I mean, you have the port right there, so you could get anything shipped in from other countries. You're self-sustainable. You have oil. You have your firearms. You could fucking create a militia in Texas because of how many guns they have.
Hands down.
Ridiculous.
I was gonna say there are.
The number one sustainable state by far in the United States. And I would say that the second most sustainable state is California. I would say that the second most sustainable state is the state of California, hands down. Because
I'll say this.
It's the size of it,
I'll say this. Not to say you're wrong, but when Obama was in office, I remember he was trying to pass some law, and Texas was like, "You passed that law, we're leaving." And he was like, "All right, not gonna do it," because he knew Texas would totally do it, and they would be fine on their own.
Yeah.
However, California, I think it was recent enough, either this year or like the end of last year. They're like, "Oh, if Trump wins, we're gonna leave the union," and they're like, "But we still want government funding."
Oh, I mean, would they? They would take. No. It's Democrats, right? So they would love to take government funding. It's going to make their lives easier. However, I know I'm pretty positive that they could definitely self-sustain themselves. Would it be at a humongous cost? Absolutely,
definitely.
But I would say that they could definitely self-sustain themselves. And if it comes down to that point, y'all are moving to Colorado because. Fuck that. Like that.
I'm definitely moving out. I mean, I don't know about Colorado, but I'm moving out of California.
Come on down. I got a couple spare bedrooms. Like, come on down. You guys are good.
Fair enough. I might have to come out there.
Deal.
I mean, I don't know. It's when people start talking about taking states, you better be damn prepared to take that state, because it's not going to be like you just walk in there, squatters' rights, plant a flag. This is ours now.
That's
No,
not how that
it's
works.
it's, it's
No.
not going to happen. Like, and
No.
even then, there's a lot of things where like, if you're going to send the National Guard into Texas to take that state, right? You're going to send Texas National Guard units, and they're, like, well, fuck this, I live here. And so then you're going to have to take from outside states, and they're like, well,
Yeah.
fuck this. They basically have their National Guard trying to fuck us up. Like, it's literally Americans killing Americans. And, I don't want to ever see that again, obviously.
No, yeah,
obviously
civil
never.
war would be a terrible thing that would happen.
Economically, like, just everything. It would be,
economically it'd be terrible. But also, I mean, the proof for how strong Texans are, and in case you're watching this and you haven't figured out yet, I love Texas. That's like my favorite state.
He loves
Ever.
Texas.
There was that story that happened a couple weeks ago where a Black Lives Matter group kind of circled a man's car in Texas, and like one of the dudes had an AR, the Black Lives Matter group, and he pointed it at the driver because the driver was slowly starting to push through the group because they're blocking off the road, and him and his wife were trying to get home. I believe it was him and his wife. And the dude pointed the AR at the dude, telling him to stop moving. Dude just pulled out a handgun, popped the dude in the chest, through his window, didn't even roll it down, like 4 or 5 times. The dude was dead on his way to the hospital. I was like, what'd you think was going to happen? People have been shot for less in Texas. You aim a gun at someone?
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. In the state of Texas, you can. So if someone tries to steal your vehicle, you do not have to, warn them or anything. You can just shoot them. You can just shoot them. Like,
I
All
personally
right.
feel like that's how it should be in every state.
yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I know a lot of states are not going to go
Trying
that
to
way.
steal my
California,
car.
big one. But
So
Take my car.
take my car.
Gibbs.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
no, the state of Texas is definitely one of those Second Amendment, loving states, and that's the one state that you probably should not fuck with. I did see, going back to the Black Lives Matter movement, I saw something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I saw something out of Washington State, and they wanted, like white people to have to pay for injustices and whatnot, and they wanted to label white people as terrorists. I think it was. Like all white people that were,
I
against
actually
the
did see
Black Lives
something
Matter
like that,
movement,
I feel like.
they wanted to
Yeah.
label
Yeah.
them as terrorists.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah, I did.
I know one activist for the and we're not saying all the Black Lives Matter activists are the same. You have your extremists in every group, but I know there is one. I think it might have been the same guy that said they're going to take Texas. He was saying that all African Americans should be considered prisoners of Portuguese slave trade. Why? It's been how many years?
Yeah.
If we can make fun of the Titanic, we can, not keep saying that you
Hey, no making fun of the Titanic. It's too soon.
No, take-
What's the limit for that? It's 11 years or it's 21 years, something like that.
I don't know, but
About it
if
being
it's
too
11 years, we're definitely past the point where we can make fun of the Titanic.
I mean, okay, I understand that, but it's we miss Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a great movie.
Hey, Rose had
Great movie.
definitely enough room on that board to let Jack on there.
Oh, for 2
I've
people,
seen plenty
100%.
of pictures where it shows all of the ways
Oh, yeah.
they would have fit them there together.
2
So,
people on there, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I think we're kind of coming out our time limit here if we're trying to keep this a little shorter. So I think we should probably hit any closing notes we want to hit. Anything from either of you two you want to say?
No, I just want to say, sorry, no, go.
I was going to say,
Go.
I'm just going to basically just re-say
Go.
that Monday we are going to have more gaming news for the week. So, actually, shoot, that'd be last. Well, yeah, I guess we're going to do every Monday. But the week before this one, no, I was kidding. But yeah,
Last Monday.
So every Monday we're going to be putting out all of our weekly gaming news, stuff that applies to that week. And for the most part, yeah, I would say it might end up just being me and Evan for the most part right now.
For
or
the time being.
Yeah.
For the time
yeah,
being.
for the time being.
I suck at games. I shouldn't be here. This is not my
That's
topic.
not that's not why.
So going off of Joe, the first gaming news video actually came out Monday the 3rd. This is coming out Friday the 7th. Again, we're going to have our dates a little off because we are pre-recording, but
We're going to get used to it.
We'll get used to it at some point. I know we're probably going to try to record a few more times this week. So for that, you're going to want to, we'll try to put the link in the description below. Sorry, I know I'm not looking at the mic while I'm talking. Bad podcast etiquette. You're going to want to go to P.D.S all caps gaming on YouTube, and you should be able to watch that video when it comes out. It's definitely not going to be this long. Probably going to cap it off at 30 minutes. I don't see why it should go any longer than that.
Yeah. If it's all about games, it really shouldn't be, and news, it really shouldn't be that long.
Yeah, we're going to just kind of go in more depth of that. It's going to be me and Joe are going to be doing our research. We're not just going to throw out random games to you and be like, that's it. Enjoy.
Game.
We're going to see if we're going to look into, obviously we're going to use YouTube. That's one of the best, ways to get footage of those games. Kind of see what they look like, kind of see we can compare them to if we think people will like them, if we'll personally like them. Because just like with everything, every game type is not for everyone. Someone who grew up on Mario might not like Call of Duty. That's just how things go.
Which is funny because we grew up on that, but we love both. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah,
everybody's different.
But yeah, just keep an eye out for content coming out on all of our channels. Hopefully Nick will be able to send me something to put up on the Outdoors channel. I think the Outdoors channel, it's safe to say we're going to be a little light on footage for the next month or so. Same with gameplay, a little light, but we are going to try to make more content for the podcast channel.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have the viewers here now, hopefully we'll have them on our other channels.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I picked up some stuff already today for the Outdoor channel. So I picked up a certain box from a certain group on YouTube. So if you know who I'm talking about, I'm going to try to be doing a slam with that box. Hopefully it turns out good. Again, it's going to be public fishing. So if you guys are interested in fishing, you'll go over to that PDS Outdoor channel, and you will see me try to complete that slam with that box. But I picked up just certain stuff. So I'm going to try to record for the next few days before I have to leave. And, we're going to try to put them up there. I'm going to email them. I'll edit them and I'll email them to Evan, and he'll throw them up there while I'm gone. So,
I just want to say, what if you don't know what a slam is?
Okay, so if you guys are interested in fishing, you don't know what a slam is. So basically, in this box, you get certain different types of baits. And to complete the slam, it's like a grand slam, is you have to catch a fish with every single one of the items inside that box. So that's what I'm going to try to be doing.
All right.
Some of them I'll have to use at different times. Like I know in there, I think there's a topwater frog that I'll have to throw. And that's only going to be good for the morning, So I'll have to try my first one on there. And I was telling Evan that I want to try to catch a frog on a frog. That is one of my goals. That is one of my goals.
I've seen a lot of
try
videos,
to catch a frog on a frog. So you got to be looking out for that, because that is one of my goals. And then we'll try to do like a catch and click cook on that, and we'll try frog legs, because I have not had frog legs in a couple years. So we're gonna try to do that.
All right.
Well, I think that's all the time we have today, guys. I will say this podcast probably I feel like it was a lot different than our last podcast. I'd say it was a little funnier last time. This one was a lot more informative on the games. But it just comes with what we got. So if you guys
you're saying that I should try to call you a schmuck more often to make it funny?
Maybe that's what they want to see.
That's what they want to see it. Is
you
me
tell
calling
us
you a schmuck.
Yeah, I was like, you guys just gotta tell us.
Put down in the comments when this comes out if you like this version of the podcast more than the other version. I know some of the feedback we got since then was we were rambling a little too much, so hopefully we were able to cut down on that. I will say, unfortunately, most of the comedy gold comes from the rambling. So, but we'll see what happens.
Such rambling, it's great.
We'll just see what happens. We're gonna have a lot of different versions, I think, of this podcast coming out, because not everyone's gonna be the same. Sometimes if it's a light news week and gaming and outdoors stuff and even political events, it's just content's not there. Not much we can do about it. But we're going to do our best to provide you guys with as much content as we can.
Yeah, and don't worry, the next video will be the price of curry in India. That's going to be the next topic for the next video.
Oh, is that what we're looking up next video?
Yeah, we're going to be looking up next video.
What were we supposed to look up this video, though?
the price of dip in the United States, and it's fucking expensive. That's what it is.
He is not wrong, especially in California.
That's a fact.
Oh, it's
That's a
ridiculous.
fact.
We get taxed on everything in California.
Up the ass. Up the ass. It's
Up
ridiculous.
the ass. All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have. Join us next week, and hopefully you continue to watch these as they come out. You guys want to say bye?
Thanks for watching.
All
Like, subscribe, and comment and share.
I got nothing else to say, man. We're done here.
Okay, I believe Nick meant to say like, comment, and subscribe. That's the order they're supposed to go into.
I don't fucking know, dude. This is day 2. This is day 2 of videos. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What are you talking about?
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.